guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a special guest. This is my granddaughter.
Hello.
And we are going to be filming my palette collection. So if you would like to see the palettes that I have, keep watching. Okay guys, we're back and we're going to start with the collection. So the first brand is Hip Dot. This is the Ellie Palette. It is a neutrals palette. This is the inside of her. She also has a opening to where you can put it on the table and do your makeup. The glitters in this palette are amazing. I love the brand Hip Dot. They have great formula. This is the C Note palette, and this is a blues and greens type of palette. Great pigmentation, great shimmers. This is the Napa Palette by Hip Dot. And this is a neutrals, but lots of warm toned colors, and there's some glitters in it. I love the colors story in this one. This is the Zion palette. It has lots of purples and dark warm browns. It has some great shimmer colors in it. Beautiful, beautiful palette. Next we have ABH, and this is the Jaclyn palette. Beautiful color story, lots of rich colors. Has some great shimmers in this palette. This is one of my favoriteest fall palettes that I have. It's gorgeous. Next we have the Amarezzi palette. I won this in a giveaway from 1995 Lashes. I love this palette. Has some beautiful shimmers. Has some beautiful shimmers and some great mattes in here. I just love this palette. Okay, next we have the ABH Norvina Volume 1. This is the ABH Norvina 1. I love this palette. You can see it's been loved on. I need to bring it out and use it some more. Wonderful shimmers in this palette. Beautiful pops of color. Lots of pinks and purples. So if you love pinks and purples, this is the palette for you. This is the ABH Norvina Volume 3. I have them all but two, and because I'm really not into greens and blues, but this palette is the Volume 3. Has lots of oranges, some really warm tone color story in this. It has some pops of color, which are the A1, A2, A3, or B3. And it has some dark burgundies, browns. I just love this palette. It's a great palette for spring and fall, or you can use it for everyday looks. Next we have the ABH Norvina Volume 4. This is the newest palette to the ABH Norvina collection. This is a beautiful spring and summer palette. It has lots of shimmers. It has some pops of glitter in there. New formula, and I just love them. These are very beautiful. This is probably my favorite shade, and it is a green. I love that. And then they have the new glitters. They are good too. Very good. I love them. Next we have the Jaclyn Hill. We have the Jaclyn Hill, the very first one that she came out with. Sorry, she's having trouble opening them because we did her nails last night. So this is the original Jaclyn Hill palette. It is a beautiful palette, some really beautiful warm tones in here. This is good for an everyday palette. There's also some pops of color down here at the bottom, the blues and the greens, and I really like this palette. Then we have the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2. Now this is a very colorful palette. It is got a lot of pinks and purples in it. It's got some burgundies, reds. It also has some warm browns. It has a couple of, it has several shimmers in it. And then it has like, this one is like a duo to me, I think. It's like a white, then it has like a pink to it. We don't have the ring light down here, so you can't really see it. But this is a great palette if you want a lot of good color payoff. It is very dusty, but I love the formula. Next we have the Morphe 39S palette. I love this, it's the Such a Gem palette. This is one of my favorite Morphe palettes. The formula is wonderful in this palette. The shimmers, the toppers are so good. I love the toppers. This palette, I wish they would make more palettes with this formula because this formula is amazing. I love this palette. It's got lots of purples, pinks, it has some burgundies, some browns, and lots of pretty shimmers. The next Morphe palette is the James Charles palette. As you can tell, this palette has been loved a lot. It needs to be cleaned up. I'm sorry for that. But this is a very good formula. Very pigmented, very pigmented colors. Has lots of colors of the rainbow in here. You can do just about any kind of look with this palette. It's a good formula. Great palette. So yes, very nice. And she's saying very nice because she owns this palette and she plays in it a lot. Next palette is the Aurora palette. This is by Alter Ego. I love Alter Ego, and Ellie is taking her debut today. Can we help you? Hello?
You want some makeup?
Do you want Mama to do your makeup?
You want some makeup? Here you go.
Okay, so the Alter Ego palette is very pigmented. This is a dupe for the Natasha Denona Sunset palette. It's very good, very pigmented. The shimmers are wonderful. Go on, baby. That's a real pretty purple. Oh, look at that, how pretty. And then this is a bronzy looking color, bronzy orange. A lot of people don't know about Alter Ego. Some people do, but I love them. They have some great palettes. They have several Natasha Denona dupes, and they're very good at price point. Okay, and this is the Alter Ego Daydream palette. This is a dupe for the, I think this is the nude palette, the Huda Nude. I love this palette. It has a lot of burgundy purple tones. These shimmers are completely amazing. They are like butter. You can't really see that, but they are like butter. Yes, they are. You've never seen anything like this. These are so good. Here's some swatches on them. I mean, so pigmented, so freaking pigmented. And I think this palette was like, don't quote me on the price, but I believe it was like $17. And it even has a concealer in here to cut your crease with, and it is good. It's very good. I have used it several times. Look at that.
It's a good concealer.
And it is a good concealer.
Wow, man.
And that's the color of it. But I love Alter Ego. Their prices are so good, and it's a very pretty palette.
Yes. It's very beautiful now, Ellie.
Did you run him out of his bed? Did you run him out of his bed? Would you stop being mean? Ellie Mae. Excuse the mess back there. That's giveaways for everyone. All right.
Oh, yeah.
I'll do these. These are, I forgot these when I was doing my Hip Dot. These are the Hip Dot Minis. They had them on sale at Christmas, and I think they were $5 each. They're usually $10. I have not used this yet.
You haven't used this one either. This is the small version.
Oh, yeah. This is the Opulence, I believe. Yes, this is the Opulence. This is the one they came out with at Christmas. I will go ahead and swatch a couple colors for you. These shimmers are to die for. I mean, look at that.
Beautiful.
They're bomb. Hip Dot has a wonderful formula, very pigmented. I do love the brand Hip Dot. So, yes. And that is the Opulence Mini. Then we have the, we have another Opulence Mini. Oh, I know why. Because they sent me this, and this shade was broken. And I reached out to them, and they sent me another one. So this is a mini of that. Here, honey, you can have that one.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome. She gets all kinds of stuff from them. And then this is the Ellie Mini. And this is the glitters. I love the glitters. They are so beautiful. Their glitters are amazing. I will do one round. This is my favorite. Look at that. Their glitters are 100% my favorite. Then next we have the Hip Dot Crystals palette. And I have not used this one either. I was waiting for Christmas time because of the red and the greens in this and that bluish silver. Where's your swatches? Oh, she said, can I do the swatches for this next one? I said, yeah. Here's one swatch. This is the blue.
That's silver.
It's got blue in it too. Blue silver. It's hard to swatch somebody else's arm. Here is the purple.
Ooh, that one's pretty.
And I want to do the red.
Okay, you can do that. Ooh, that one's nice. That one's really small.
So those are gorgeous swatches. I love them.
The blue.
Hmm?
You forgot about the blue one here.
Oh, yeah, let's do that teal. Oh, my Lord, this is gorgeous.
Gorgeous, hunty.
Look at that.
Oh.
If you all have not checked out Hip Dot, as soon as you finish watching this video, go place an order.
Yes, we're missing out. Beautiful.
And then this is the mini Hip Dot Zion, and I was saving this for a giveaway, so I'm not going to swatch that. I will open it and show it to you.
Ooh, that one's pretty.
Yeah, it's very nice. Because I have the full size, so I was saving that for a giveaway. Haha. Keep an eye out, people. Okay, so the next palette we have is Juvia's Place. This is the Berries by Juvia's. Very pigmented shades. I love this palette. I don't use it a lot, but I do love it. And when I need a rich, bold berry or good shimmer, I will grab this palette. Love it. And Juvia's Place is very affordable. The next one is the Nubian Coral palette. I love this palette. It has so many beautiful colors in it. There's some cool blues and grays in here. There's some warm tone browns and some oranges. The shimmers are so good in this palette. Yes, this is one of my favorite orange palettes. It's about the only orange palette that I have, but I love it. The next is probably one of my favorite palettes that I own, and this is the Tati Beauty. It is a wonderful volume 1. Hopefully she'll be coming out with some more soon. has a really humongous mirror in it, but this has a lot of, it's a neutrals palette is what it is, but the shimmers and the glitters in this palette are so freaking good. The black is very pigmented. I just love this palette. Hurry up, Tati, bring some more, because we need more of this formula. A child could actually, my granddaughter, my 10-year-old granddaughter could actually do a look with this palette and blend them out. They're so easy to work with.
I can blend anything out though.
I know, darling.
I'm so good. I brag about myself all the time.
She's very good at makeup. Okay. Next is Coven Cosmetics. This is their palette. I love this palette. It's very pigmented. It has some warm tones, it has some cool tones, and it has some really awesome glitters in here. I use this around fall and Christmas. It's a good palette. It's a small indie brand. You should go check them out. Then the next brand is Nana Coco. This is a brand that I am not real new with, but this year. And this is one of the palettes that I have. It is the Elegance palette. Great formula, great shimmers. I did a whole look out of this palette and I love the brand. They have wonderful, wonderful products. Everything I've tried is great, especially their foundation, guys. If you want a perfect, flawless face, you need to go check them out. Next palette is the iconic London palette. I got this in BoxyCharm. This is a gorgeous neutrals palette. Has some wonderful shimmers in it, a pop of color here and there. And I have a giveaway going on right now on Twitter with this palette, brand new, and some other really great things. So if you would like to enter, please go check out Twitter. Next palette is Colored Rain. I love this palette. This is the Queen of Hearts palette. It's very gorgeous. Lots of neutrals in this palette, couple pops of color, some great shimmers. The shimmers, I love the shimmers in this palette. It is one of my favorites. It's actually the only Colored Rain palette that I have, but this was gifted to me by a friend and I absolutely love it and will never part with it. Go check out Colored Rain. Next is the Ace Beauty palette, or Scarlet Dusk. This is the Scarlet Dusk palette. This is a favorite of mine. It's the only Ace Beauty, but it has some beautiful oranges, some tropical like colors in here. I have created several looks out of this palette and I love the beautiful burgundy, orange, and pink tones in this palette. Next is the Flower Bomb palette by Midas Cosmetics. This is a great spring and summer palette. Has some beautiful greens. The glitters are phenomenal. The shimmers are great in this palette. And my favorite colors are these two right here, this one right here, and a couple of these shimmers up here. Midas is a indie brand. They are very good. They have lots of glitters and lashes. They've added glosses and a new collection by, they have collabed with a couple of YouTubers, so you should go check them out. Great, great brand. Next is the Pink Millennial Pinks palette by Melt Cosmetics. This was my first Melt Cosmetics purchase. It is gorgeous. Love it. These shimmers are amazing. Look at that. Look at that. And they're very pigmented. I just love this palette. I do want to get the She's in Parties palette. That is my vibe. Burgundies and pinks and purples. I love them. So Melt Cosmetics, I'm not disappointed with this and I love the formula. Next palette I have is the Marvelous Mauves by Dosa Colors. I've not used this but once, but it's very pigmented. Dose of Colors is a great brand. I need to use that more often. But yes, I got this in BoxyCharm. Great palette. Oh my goodness, look at that baby. Oh, me too, boo-boo. Next brand we have is Colourpop Cosmetics. This is the Main Squeeze palette. I got this when I first started doing makeup on YouTube, but it's been used. I love it. It's got some great reds in there. He won't sit on your lap. It's got some great reds in there. It's got a good little mirror in it. I love Colourpop Cosmetics. Very pigmented and good shimmers. So this is one of my favorite ones. Next is the Give It To Me Straight palette. This is a good little palette for everyday looks. I've used it on my channel for Wearable Wednesday. It's got some real pretty deep burgundies and some great shimmers in there and some browns. Good little palette. Next we have the Blush Crush palette. I love this little palette. It's so cute. You can create lots of pretty little everyday wearable looks. It has some great little mattes in it with some glitters. These two right here. This is my favorite color out of the palette. It's great to start transitioning. You can even wear it as a shade itself. The shimmers are great in this palette. Love it. The next palette in my Colourpop collection is the Bare Necessities palette. Please excuse the shape of this palette. When I was swatching it for Instagram, it got everywhere. I apologize. I tried to clean it up, but it just seemed to make it worse. This is a wonderful palette. I love it. It has lots of neutrals. It has lots of shimmers. It's great for everyday looks, and you can also do vibrant looks out of this palette. Love the shimmers. They are so pretty. Great palette. I also have a code for Colourpop Cosmetics. If you'd like to save 15%, it will be in the description. Okay, next we have the Violet Voss Essentials palette. I really don't like this palette.
I like this when I use it.
Huh?
I like this when I use it.
I know you like it. I might give it to you then one day. There is a couple colors in here that I don't have in other palettes that I will use. Well, that green, I probably have that in another. I might get rid of this palette. I do like that Dusty Rose color, but I'm sure I can find that in one of my other palettes. But it's good. It's pigmented. No, it's not.
It's not.
Okay, there is a good swatch out of that. Let's try another one.
Nice orange. Oh,
that orange
nice.
is, let's see. Maybe it was just that shade. Oh, well, yes, it's pigmented because it's Violet Voss. But I just haven't used it. I might declutter that one. Next is the Urban Decay Naked 3. This was gifted to me by a friend of mine. I love it, love it, love it. It's all of my favorite tones and colors. The pinks, the deep black, burgundy, brown. I just love this color. I just love this palette. Next is the Carnival Palette by Be Perfect Cosmetics. This is a great palette, very pigmented, very colorful, and they blend out like a dream. It's not hard to blend these out. I really want the Carnival XL and the newest one that just came out. I'm dying to have the other two. Next palette is the Sincerely palette by Dear Katie Brown.
I'm going to show these.
These are an all glitter palette. I love her glitters. They are very nice. That has, you know, I didn't have my protective sleeve in there, and that has the oil or whatever she uses has leaked out into the palette from the glitters. But her glitters are amazing. I love them. They go on really well. and look very nice on the eye, on the face. I've used them on the face, and she is a indie brand, and she is on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok. Go check her out. She just came out with her first palette that I'm dying to have. Gots to get it. Next is Makeup Geek Shadows. This is the formula before the revamp. These are the duochromes. I'm not going to swatch any more shadows, but these are very nice. These little palettes, you can, well, not this one, you can actually take the colors out of the palettes and you know, make your own. This is one right here that you can do that with. This, you can pop them out in the back. I like these palettes. I don't know why she did away with them. I know she had a lot of them and sold them pretty cheap before the revamp. But these shadows are very, very pigmented. They're very good. I actually did my smoky vampy look out of this palette right here with the black, the brown, and that green. But yeah, great glitters. I haven't tried the new formula, but I'm sure they are wonderful. I don't know why I didn't try them sooner, but I love Makeup Geek Shadows, and I like Marlena. And here is a second one. I bought these at Christmas when she was having a big sale. As you can see, they have little holes in here. You can pop the back to pop the shadows out so you can create your own palette. This was the 9 Well palette, and I bought all the colors that I could that she had at the time. I would have filled this one up too if she would have had more colors, but she had already sold out of a lot. So yes, all Makeup Geek shadows and shimmers are amazing. I'm dying to try the new formula. Next is the Zoeva Cocoa Butter palette, or Cocoa Blend palette. This is a palette that I got in BoxyCharm. I swatched it and I wasn't really I wasn't really
attached to it.
No. What's the word I'm looking for?
Well, when you don't like something, or like wasn't bonding with it.
No. Impressed.
Impressed.
I wasn't really impressed with it, but I need to use this palette. I didn't do a look. Maybe I did do a look with. I think I did a look with one and I didn't like it, and I gave it to you. But anyway, yeah, I need to work with this and try it out one more time, and then I might declutter that.
Ellie,
I'm not sure.
Okay, so the next palette is I can't read this because Patrick Star? Oh, Patrick Star has his own makeup?
This is a MAC palette. It was a collab with Patrick Star by MAC Cosmetics. It is the Glam AF Eyeshadow Quad.
Very pretty.
It was gifted to me. I won it in a giveaway. I haven't used it yet. So let's swatch it.
We know she didn't say, she said she wasn't going to do any more swatches, but she has to.
But if I haven't used it, I need to swatch it. So there's the swatches for that. If I don't use it soon, I will declutter it or gift it to my granddaughter. She always gets most of everything that I get rid of. Because I don't feel like a lot of people would want to use them after I've used them. So I usually give them to her.
Yes, because I like makeup. I do it every once in a while, but I like to play in it, and I have a good amount of palettes that she has gifted to me. So.
And who got you into makeup?
You. And I'm not. I've even made one video before, and it said I'm obsessed with this, and I have about 20 different palettes on there and tons of makeup brushes and stuff, and then she commented on it and said, thank your mama for giving you that addiction. So yes,
so there's that one.
this is a very nice palette.
And then we have the Fenty Beauty palette, and this is the Moroccan Spice, and I'm just going to be honest, I can't be dishonest about makeup, but this palette, I don't like it.
Why? I think it's nice.
I don't like the formula. I don't like it because I don't think it's pigmented enough. I've tried it 4 or 5 times.
That's like butter.
The formula is like so soft and buttery and smooth and creamy, but
the pigment's not
the
that
pigment. I think that's why I don't like it. Is there's no pigment there for me. I am somebody that loves freaking pigment.
Yes,
and,
that's how I am.
And I cannot work with something that's so light. And maybe if I'm doing a light, the only reason why I have not decluttered it is because of the beautiful shimmers and I think it's got 4 different kinds of formulas in here. So I think that's matte, shimmer, pearl, and satin.
Yes.
So I need to use it for some softer looks, but you all know me, I don't do a whole lot of those. So yeah, I got this in BoxyCharm too. I don't get BoxyCharm anymore. Let's do this one next.
Okay, we'll do this one.
This is the Celestial Thunder palette by Dominique Cosmetics. This formula is good. It's pigmented. I think my favorite shade is this one right here in the whole palette. I'm sorry, but that is the only one that I like. They are pigmented. I think I want to try another Dominique Cosmetics palette, and the reason being is I don't like these colors. Yes, there's a pink in there that I like. There's a purple shimmer up here. This one I like, but I just don't like this color story. That is
yeah, it's not like a really good
it's not like
colors.
Yeah, it's not like it's a bad brand, because Dominique Cosmetics, I've heard great things about them. I just don't like the color story, and I did get this in BoxyCharm. Oh, you got
we
that
already
one. Okay.
did this one.
And this is the my Mary Kay palette. When I used to sell Mary Kay, this was the Chroma Fusion collection. This is very good formula, very good payoff, very nice shimmer. I love this palette. And I still go back to it sometimes. Yes, I decorated that myself.
Oh, nice.
Great palette, great formula. I love it. And I still use it, and it's great for everyday looks. It's great for dark looks. Okay, now I'm going to let her talk about her favorite palette that she uses when she is here. I do not promote this person anymore on my channel, and you all know that, but I don't have a problem with anyone else that promotes him. But she's doing this video with me, so I'm going to let her talk about her favorite palette, although I am not promoting this person.
Okay. So this one is definitely one of the favorites of the two. This is the Mini Jawbreaker from Jeffree Star. I really like the outside of it, how it looks splotty, like you just splatted paint all over it, and I really like that. It does have a little mirror, so you can like put your makeup on the go in the car, or say you went to the doctor's office, you can put it on in there. It has a very nice pigment to it. Probably my favorite one in here is this one, which is Double Scoop. It has a very nice pigment to it, and it's a very buttery color. It's very nice. And I'll swatch it. This is not a good swatch because I accidentally got it on my wrist. But anywho, I really like probably this one, the pink, and the middle that is a purple. It's a very nice palette and very buttery and soft. This is what this one looks like on the front and the back. Guys, so this is the bigger Jawbreakers. This is definitely one of my most favorite palettes that she has. That he has. Sorry. I accidentally said she. I love the pink on the background, and then same like the last one, the splotty paint look. I really like this palette, so can you open it for me?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Now, this one also has a mirror on the back. I like how Jeffree Star's palettes have mirrors, so you can look in them. I definitely like these colors. My favorite would probably be the Bubblegum and the Brain Freeze. Those are very pigmenty colors, and I also love the Virgin to mix with the Brain Freeze and the Bubblegum on my eyes. overall, this is a very buttery palette and very pigmented. It's very soft, and I would definitely recommend, if you bought this palette, to use the Bubblegum, the Brain Freeze, the Virgin, and probably this darker blue. I can't see what that says, Soaked, because those are very pigmented and very nice. I definitely love this palette, and it's very beautiful on the outside, inside, and very nice. And I like how there are two versions of it. So if you wanted to buy like a smaller one that was a little cheaper, you could buy the mini, or if you want to buy a bigger one that's a little bit more expensive, you could buy the regular size Jawbreaker palette.
Okay guys, that is the end of this Show Me Your collection. I hope that you liked it, and this was her first debut on my channel. She's very intelligent on eyeshadows and makeup because she learned it from her mama, and so yeah, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, and please make sure you give a big thumbs up for my granddaughter for her debut on my channel. And she was very good at speaking on here and talking about palettes because she loves makeup, and I figured this would be a good first video for her to do with me on my channel. So make sure you give her some love in the comments.
Video a big thumbs up, and hit that red subscribe button, and click the bell so you never miss a beat. Bye!
Bye! Have a blessed day!
Thumbs up!
Looking for a creepy thumb! Bye guys. Stay blessed. Bubba, go get in your bed, baby. Go get in your bed.
Come here, baby. Come here.
So I just want to be in the video. This is what he does every time he gets in his bed in here with Mommy in the makeup room.
You're moving to bed, Bubba.
Is it comfortable yet? Is that bed comfortable yet? Oh my God, look at that little boy. Okay, we will get back to makeup now.
You have your own coat? Oh, man, Mama getting famous. Nah.
Bling brushes.
You famous, girl.
Wikked Cosmetics.
Well, when you get up there and famous and rich, you better remember me.
How could I forget you? You are my grandchild. I love you more than life.